I am Blunty. Noisy type A. Here with Pinda.
Hey guys!
Our mission today, aside from being heard over the traffic, our mission today is basically to buy some components. We're going to build a custom-made gaming PC. MSI have already got a couple of components for us. They got the case, motherboard, CPU, GPU. We're taking care of everything else. Also, you can see behind me, being followed around by camera crew. We're told to pretend those guys don't exist, but that's not my way.
Oh, wait, what's the PC called?
Blunt-Panda. Hey, let's do this together. Let me get my camera up here as well. Calling the PC the Blunt-Panda PC.
Exactly.
And something else important we should mention, you guys have a chance to win it.
That's the best part. No, other than building it, yeah.
Well, that's the best part for us. We get to build it, which is fun for me. But there are two things you need to do to be in the running to win this. We're going to have a special link for you in the down below area, put it on screen, link it on Twitter and all the places. But you have to guess how much we spent on the PC. We're going to give you a general idea about the budget we're dealing with. I'm not going to tell you exactly how much each component costs, but that's kind of dry. You know, you just have to Google and sort of guess and work it out for yourself. The fun part was my idea, by the way. The fun part is I'm going to ask you to name it. So it's called the Blunt-Panda something. The Blunt-Panda Game Killer, or the Blunt-Panda Ram Smash. You know, your only task is to come up with a cool sounding name. The Blunt-Panda blank. Don't call it the Blunt-Panda blank, that's not very imaginative. It's something cool. It doesn't have to be edgy, it can be cute. Because, you know, you got this.
They have to name it.
Yeah, they have to name it. That's the whole thing.
Have to name it.
It's them. They get to come up with a, you know, you got to guess the price and you got to come up with a really cool name. And so I don't know whether we get to choose who wins the name or not, but someone from MSI is going to work out what the budget and all this sort of stuff. Anyway, we should go in. Yeah. We're waffling.
You guys have a very interesting task.
Got to keep this moving, keep it punchy.
Let's go.
I'll teach you all my secret tricks.
Yeah, exactly. I need all of that.
She's telling me she's not so good with the cable management. You guys have seen my builds before. I'm super anal about the cable. I'll teach you how to keep her tidy. I don't know where this is supposed to be.
Yeah, I think this is...
It's going to be fun. I have no idea what I'm going to be dealing with here. Language barrier is going to be an issue for me, but presumably we've been brought to a place which is entirely filled with PC componentry.
Yeah, like we're in the tech building.
I think first plan is, let's sort out the water cooling.
Let's do that, yeah.
Okay.
The water cooling. Like, cause I don't want to be carrying a water cooling system everywhere you go.
Pinda's going to be whining about carrying the water cooling around. Okay, let's do RAM first.
2 RAMs first, yeah.
Okay, so looks like we've got a bunch of pre-built systems, laptops and things. Let's wander this way. See if we can find a componentry place.
Everybody's kind of staring at us like, what the hell is going on here?
I wonder if MSI have cleared this place so we can film in here officially, because you do this kind of stuff in Australia and security guards will jump all over you, especially when you've got big cameras going around. That's why I'm filming on my iPhone. A little more subtle. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, I'm feeling like a natural place to start might be here. Okay, so as cool as that store is, and it is one of the coolest looking stores I've seen. Look at that, it's all on brand, it's all black and red and slashy and stuff. It's very, very MSI. But that's where the completed stuff is. Laptops and, you know, the off-the-shelf desktop units. What we're building today is a custom system, so we need to keep hunting, try and find some RAM. Okay, here we go. This is more like it. Come up to the second floor, lots of components. Bunch of CPUs there. Hey, PlayStation Vita. Haven't seen one of those in a while.
Oh,
Settle down. We're here to talk about PC gaming.
Oh, man.
It's an MSI card right there, the Camo Squad.
It's limited edition.
I just reviewed one of the Camo Squad laptops,
you did?
Actually.
Oh, the laptop?
Just came across a place that has the WD SSD drives, which you guys know I like. I've used those before, the green and the blue. We were just talking before about what sort of capacity to get. I'm thinking at least a terabyte of hard drive space for mass storage, games and things, and sort of 128 or 256 for
256.
She wants 256. Yeah. We've got to be careful about the budget though. Do have a limit on the budget.
Let's let's check out the price first. And
yeah, let's talk about the price. And if we can, we'll go 256 for the system drive, because that way you have space for your system and the games that really benefit from it.
Should we go down on the hard drive instead? Like, SSD is better than hard drive when it comes to.
But if you're playing games, you need mass storage. Sure. I mean, some games are pretty big. So let's.
Actually, this is the question I want to ask you. Who would you go? Like, what would you go for? A hard drive that has more space, or SSD which is good in performance? Like.
Depends what you're doing. I do both. In almost every system I build, system drive SSD and then mass storage. But in my personal system, I also have a couple of SSDs purely for game installs. For that extra performance.
But if you're under a budget?
If I'm on a budget, smaller SSD for the system, and so the 7200 RPM hard drive, which will do gaming just fine. I mean, the loads are going to be a little bit longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Some open world games will stream, you know, as the graphics stream in, it's a little bit more limited in some ways, but you'll get away with it. I mean, people have been doing it for years. So I'm thinking
128 then?
We'll go to 256, depending on the price, 256 on the WD. Then we'll circle back once we've spent the rest of the budget and see what kind of hard drive we can get.
Okay, yeah.
So it's a plan.
Yeah, that's a plan. Yo! 256.
Haggling over the price right now, trying to get a little discount on the SSD. We decided to go for 256 gig with WD Blue in there. Still looking around the mall. Come across yet another MSI store. I don't know if there is some sort of requirement they need at least one MSI store in every floor of this place, but it's encouraging, I guess, seeing as we're here under MSI's wing. We're on the hunt for RAM and hard drives right now. That's what we're kind of trying to focus on, but I keep getting distracted by things like camera stores. We're having a chat right now about the price. Let's see if we can work out what our options are as far as hard drives are concerned. So the 256 WD Blue SSD looks like we can go that route, and we have just enough left over for a 500 gigabyte mechanical hard drive, WD Black, so 7200 RPM, so still pretty good for gaming. Not quite the 1 terabyte I wanted to aim at, but 500 is still going to get you plenty of game installs. So I think we should pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Okay, just having a little bit of a rethink here as we're doing the currency math, because neither of us are native in New Taiwan dollars. So it looks like for the equivalent of about 10 Australian dollars, or $8 US, or what are you using per ton?
Neutrum.
I'm skipping that. About $10 difference, basically.
Yeah,
so we're pulling the trigger on the 1 terabyte.
It's like you're getting 500 extra MB for just $10 bucks. So there's not much difference, so we're gonna go for the 1 terabyte instead.
Yeah.
We gotta negotiate a bit though.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and negotiate down a bit. We're just looking at the sticker price right now.
Leave it to me. Let's go. Just learn. Cash price.
Okay.
Right, so we're gonna get the 1 terabyte. Seems about good. If we got the 500 MB, it's like Blunty said, it's just $10 difference. So we'd rather get the 1 terabyte. As a gamer, yeah, I would definitely go for this.
Why would you double the capacity? Just a little bit more. Of course, we can't tell you the exact prices because that's part of your duty to try and guess. But first purchase. Hard drive taken care of. SSD we're going to go back for. We know where we can get that SSD from. Next step, on the lookout for RAM and water cooling. And for water cooling, I'm thinking Either one of Corsair's all-in-ones, or if we can find it here, I haven't seen any sign of Thermaltake in the small yet, but if we can find the Thermaltake one, they've got RGB ring fans on them, so it's going to look spectacular in the case we're using. Okay, challenge level being that because neither of us are familiar with this place, this mall, the brands that are on offer, I haven't seen any sign of the Thermaltake yet, or Corsair for that matter, but I'm sure we'll find something. Hopefully we can find some LED fans as well. So I'd love to bling up that case a bit. So we've got the LED strips going to go in there, but I want some LED fans on things. Briefly distracted by what I thought was one of those NES classics, but considering those things are almost impossible to find and the price they had on it just sitting on there, which is $100, there's no way it's legit. That's a fake.
We're gonna head down because there's nothing left to see in this floor, and it's pretty much a wild stuff, and we don't want to get that. So
Floor 2 seems to be the most dense with computer components, so we're gonna go back down there and see what we can find. Bit of travelling music.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
And also fall down the escalator. She's okay, I promise. Back down on floor 2. Where was that guy with the SSD? It's back here.
There.
Over there. Alright, so backtracking a bit now for the SSD.
Can't seem to find him. Was it outside?
Was it the first?
I think he was outside, yes. How much is your
So just check the price of the same SSD we got quoted on before, and it was almost $1,000 more expensive. So
that's huge.
we need to find the original guy, wherever he is.
We need to find him. He was good. He was a good guy. We need to get it, like, buy it off him.
That side at this end. Was he on floor 1 maybe?
So we got a better price. This is like $2,400.
No, you can't say the exact price. It's their job to guess.
Oh no! Okay, yeah. We got a cheaper SSD compared to the other stores. I mean, I think we should go for this. Yeah, seems more. Yeah, he's up there.
2 components down. Hard drive, SSD. Doing well so far. Still on the lookout for some RAM. I want some LED RAM if we can. I'm not sure whether we can fit that in the budget. But I at least want something with a decent heat shield on it or something. I don't want the raw RAM. We're making a flashy system. Nailed it! But yeah, if we can't find any RGB RAM, then at least something with a nice heat shield on it. Probably black, because we've got an RGB system, so we don't want to go sort of red or something, throw off the colour scheme if you decide to go another way with it, but we'll see what we can find. Okie dokie, still on the hunt for RAM. We found one place which has the HyperX RAM with the black heat sheath on it. Heat spreader, I should say. So that's option number 1 if we can't find some RGB RAM or something a little bit flashier. Haven't seen any power supply units yet, but they're ugly things, so they're probably in boxes behind the counter somewhere. We might have to ask about those when we get to it. Water cooling systems also seem to be very thin on the ground. I've seen one, which is a brand I'm not familiar with. Other than that, nothing. So I don't know what we're going to do about that either. But right now, RAM is the mission. Okie dokie, new plan. There was a limited selection of RAM back in the shopping centre back there, so we're going out into the searing heat of Taipei.
Got my shade.
I can feel myself dehydrating as I speak. I'm getting By the time I finish this sentence, I'm going to be a small pile of dust on the ground. But we're not giving up. There's another row of stores across the street over there, not part of the shopping centre, but we're going to go have a poke around there and see what we can find.
I can see you. The sun is too bright, actually.
Yeah.
I got my shades. I'm gonna put in the shades.
I don't think I caught that on camera, but we're here with MSI, and Pinda just admitted to being sick of seeing MSI branding everywhere.
They're everywhere. It's like
you're never coming on another Dragon's Court trip ever again.
I mean, I love MSI. They should have MSI 1 here. I mean, it's not enough. We're not seeing enough of MSI. Everybody, they should see. There should be MSI posters everywhere. We're not. It's not there. It's
there we
go.
There,
yeah.
That's a good sellout. Having barely survived the oppressive, crushing heat of a Taiwan summer, just crossing the street nearly wiped me out. Our cameraman has a tip for us. Well, the cameraman I'm not supposed to acknowledge, our behind-the-scenes cameraman, reckons this place might have what we need. So,
Can we get it? Can we do it?
LED rounds. That's not the single color. Single color rounds? I think this might be Plan B. It's the first one we've checked across the street. So we'll have a little bit of a look around, but that's Plan B, I think.
That's the only RAM they got.
That's a possibility too. Didn't find any RGB RAM yet, but they do have power supplies, and they do have a couple of water cooling all-in-one units, but they're only single fan units. I want, ideally, a 240 or 300, so we have multiple fans, because we're dealing with a full-size case here, so we want to take advantage of the ability to mount a nice big radiator, keep that CPU nice and cool, have the fans spinning nice and slowly to make it as quiet as possible. That kind of thing. That's a custom-built water cooling system, but that's the kind of idea I want for the case we're building in. Nice, big, flashing LED fans right in your face to go along with all the LED lighting we're looking around it.
We need that. Yeah. I'm gonna seal that next time at the end of the day. I mean, who are they gonna give it to?
The hunt continues. So
yeah, okay. That's the same one, right? I think so. Yeah. I'm gonna call it the transformer. Gotta get a couple of that.
Yeah, that's the single color LED RAM we looked at before, and we said that's Plan B in case we can't find the RGB stuff. It does look pretty badass though, so maybe.
I mean, red with red.
We still on the color scheme of, because the case is white, white, black, and red. That way we don't have to hunt so hard for RGB stuff. We've got the RGB color LED strips to go along with it. And a couple of the coolers we've seen so far are red LED anyway, so...
Should blend in, yeah.
In another store here, we found a Cooler Master V650 power supply that we might like. Just checking on price now, but it's modular, which means we only need to have the cables out that we're actually using for the system, which means much tidier. Cooler Master have a really nice attractive design to them as well. So just trying to find out the price right now.
It's way over our budget.
Hey.
It's a little bit over budget. We're trying to negotiate now. Nailed it. That was all bound up in it. Just flutter your eyes.
Two.
The small bit?
Just
Small, right in the middle. Small right there.
Oh, that is.
How could you say no to that face? Here we go. They come in single colours, so we've got the white, which look badass in that white case with that black and white.
So should we like mix the colours, or do you want to go single?
I think single colour for the case fans. Well, we only have one here. Red, blue, Silverstone. Oh wait, here's the LED. Thermaltake rings. I like those ones. But, oh, they do have white. Is that the 12 or the 14? It's the 14. That's too big. We need the 120s. So, yeah, so I think...
Or, yeah. You should do it.
We are discussing our LED fan choices at the moment. We've got a bunch of different single coloured LED fans here, but we do have some Cooler Master white LED ones, which are going to look badass in that white case that we got. So I'm thinking, for our case fans, one of those, we may want to pick up 3 in total, so if we get a...
3's pretty decent, it's a decent number.
Those are the ones I use in there, though.
Whoa.
So I don't think we're going to have room in the budget for those, but you never know if we have a big saving somewhere else. Okay, so we decided on just one of those fans because we only have a limited budget for it.
See, Blunty, this is how you do it. She saw me, she's giving me... This is 450 guys.
Say the numbers, they have to guess.
Ah, she kind of like discounted it, so that's what I meant to.
So, a bit of a discount on fan, which means we get a little more room in the LED strip budget as well. Haven't had any LED strips yet though, which is weird. You'd think they'd be everywhere. But now we have a nice LED case fan for the back of the case. Bright white LEDs, going to look absolutely wonderful. Now we're talking all-in-one coolers of different varieties, different sizes. This is promising. So, found our water coolers. We've heard a bit of a discussion about which way we're going to go. There's a Obsidian down here, which I quite like, but it's blue LED only, which isn't ideal for us. However, if we're going to switch out the colours of the... I mean, we're talking about the Cooler Master one here, which does not have LED fans on it at all, but we're talking about, because we're a little bit under budget with the cooler, we could replace those fans with some RGB ones, or some LED ones at least, like the white one we just picked up for the case fan. So if we're going to do that, might go for the Cooler Master Obsidian 240p. That'll give us more room in the budget.
It would.
And it's going to be absolutely serviceable for an i5.
It would be, yeah.
What do you reckon? Yes?
Definitely yes.
Okay. Pull on the trigger.
Go for this. Let's go. Let's get this idea.
Pinter has charmed her way into another discount for us. I should always shop with a pretty girl, I think. I'm not nearly as good as at asking for discounts and things as she is.
Doing all the negotiating here.
Yeah.
He made discount as
Between
well.
the two of us, we're an excellent team.
I get all the discounts. He does all the technical stuff.
Yeah, this is supposed to be. Backtracking a bit now to get 2 more of those white LED fans that we just purchased to go on the cooler. Might have to, I don't think I have any more white ones on the shelf, and I'll have to ask. Well, we could get 2 different kinds of fans.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Easy to find. Even got a little bit of a discount for cash price. The only thing I have left now is
the RAM.
The RAM.
Yeah.
I blanked out on it. The RAM and maybe some LEDs from different parts of it.
Not the RGB, only the
LED, right?
LED. Yeah.
Only red?
Yeah, right.
So it's a dual thing, so 2 RGB each, so it's we've now found our RAM. We have to go with our Plan B RAM, which is back here, which is badass looking RAM, but it's only red LED, which shouldn't be too bad in the system. I mean, it's just a little strip of red where the RAM is. It's going to look a bit badass. Should match okay with any other color we decide to go for with the RGB. We've got the white fans, red on the RAM. All the other lighting, the LED strips going around the case will be RGB, so it should mesh together real nice. We'll have to see. I'm thinking, I'm confident.
Got it?
Alrighty, so all the components we have, we're a little bit under budget. We still haven't found any LED strips, but we have all the essentials. We are on the road now, being guided by our behind the scenes cameraman to a place where apparently they might have some LED strips. I'm hoping. But fingers crossed. We have about 10 minutes left in our budgeted time, so worth looking. It's promising they have LED strips in the window, but they're battery powered one, not for a PC, so I don't think this is the right place, but I'll have a look. Well, let's connect to ones, but those aren't what we need. We might be out of options. So, not the last port of call as I thought. We're now heading down into the abyss underneath the street for a bunch more retailers. Ooh, this does look promising. I'm seeing blinking LED lights everywhere already. Some tools, pretty warmer. Okey-dokey, now we're cooking. We finally tracked some down. We've got a super strip, super brightness thing here, RGB, right connector and everything. We've got a few other options down here too. So we're going to have a bit of a squiz and see what we can find. Okay, so they had 2 RGB LED strips of the correct connector type for us there. Pinda's at the counter now, so they will do the trick. Like I said, I don't think we need them because the case might have them pre-installed, but we had room in the budget. And we found them. We had time left. We're pretty much exactly on budget, exactly on time here, so I think we're doing pretty good. That is final component.
In the shopping bag. Done, guys. We are done and ready to roll.
I believe we are under budget. We are on time. I don't know about you, Pinda, but I am hungry like a horse.
I am actually.
So I hope we get fed soon, but I'm calling it a victory. We found everything we needed and everything we wanted. We only had to make one compromise, and that was on the RAM.
Yeah.
Couldn't find the RGB RAM, but we did get LED RAM, which is still pretty good. Still gonna look badass in the system. I mean, we're dealing with a window case and everything, so we needed something more than a green PCB with some black blobs on it, you know? So, next step, build it. Yeah, a bit of an adventure. First time going component shopping in Taiwan where I don't speak the language. Thank goodness we had our MSI minders with us. Pinda, who's trailing behind because she's, where is she? Vlogging. Well, guess where we are now. Go on, there, guess. Have you figured it out? Can you tell where we are?
I've seen this logo somewhere else.
Alright, so here we are getting set up in the MSI little shooting studio here, which is kind of cute. Need a bigger table though, I think I'm going to do a PC build back there. But considering the fact that we are doing this for MSI, you may have noticed that a couple of components were missing from our shopping list, that being the motherboard and GPU. Well, obviously, because we're doing it for MSI, other way around. There we go. GPU we're using is a GeForce GTX 1060 Afterburner edition, which is not one I'm familiar with, so that'll be fun. Also, motherboard. Another motherboard I haven't actually personally used, which is the Tomahawk Arctic, but I have had my eye on this since it was first announced. I've seen the Tomahawk motherboard, but the Arctic version, the all-white version, looks really good, and it's going to look amazing in the case that we're building in. Let me show you. And that's the case of the InWin 303 white, special MSI Dragon edition, by the way. Now you can start getting an idea about how good this is going to look.